Hello, viewers at home. Fendrick Lamar and Jack Zilla here to bring you guys another amazing SSBM Top 8.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be sick.
That is an impressive drawing. I didn't know you had such skill.
This is freehand.
This is freehand.
Like,
no tracings at all.
I know. I should sign this and give this to an audience member.
Calm down.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have an incredibly stacked Top 8 for you. On the serious note, we have Mango and Plup. We have Hungrybox and Zane. We have S2J and Shroomed, and then we have Gatsu and SFAT.
Yeah, and even just some of the weirder matchups in there, like you have Mango going Falco and Plup going Samus. And yet, at Shine last year, we saw that same matchup. So we get a little bit of repeat from last year with some mix-ups here and there. Zane and Hungrybox is going to be their third time fighting this summer, I believe.
Yep.
With Super Smash Con, the Game 5, Smash and Splash, the Game 4.
Yeah, 5-0 for Hungrybox this year. So if history has shown us that, it's going to be an uphill battle for Zane. But as Jack mentioned, each set has been consecutively closer, right?
Yeah.
We saw 3-0 at Smash Valley 7, and then he got a game at Smash and Splash, and then he got 2 games at SmashCon, one with the help of a Phantom Rest, which is really exciting. And you saw Zane take that. He was very amped up about it. And so I think, something that we had a chance to discuss, what Zane is going to be looking for in this matchup is that, Hungrybox has the quick kill potential with rest, right? So Zane has to find that equivalent with the use of his innovative, real crafty chain grab, sort of stolen a little bit from Falco Mist, and then getting that into pivot tippers.
Yeah. I think that's basically his biggest option. I was doing some bot review on some of his previous games, and a lot of his kills are from just like the down throw forward smash and just forward smash in general.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the common tool for Marth to be able to get those kills at the early percents, and even at high percents where it just gets so hard to keep swatting and swatting at Hungrybox, because if you miss one of those, even if you put out a barrage of platform canceled aerials, he'll still be able to find kills really, really quickly on Marth.
Yeah, especially because even when you do have those consistent barrage of aerials, as Jack mentioned, trying to edge cancel, Hungrybox is so good at sharking out when Marth is above him with using the up airs. It just turns into such a quick, doesn't necessarily have to lead into a kill, but can turn into a lot of percent very, very easily.
Yeah, that being said, as I was watching, I kept thinking, I was like, Zane is getting better and better and better at this matchup.
It's so scary.
I'm getting used to seeing him in the top 8s, in the top 4s of tournament after tournament. And at the beginning of this year, that was kind of, it was like Zane was one of a couple players that might have been able to skyrocket to the top.
Yeah.
And I think him and Wizrobe, although Wizrobe didn't make it this tournament, are usually filling that role. Instead of Wizrobe, though, we got on the loser side Gatsu.
I know. What a run by Gatsu. So at EVO, his run, he got 17th, losing to Armada and Leffen. So he lost the first and second for 17th.
Yeah.
That is just that actually might be the worst bracket luck I've ever heard in my life. And so he had a sick run here where he actually lost to Army in winners and then got the run back on him in dominating fashion in losers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be looking good, but he's going up against someone that has shown a proclivity for the Falcon matchup in SFAT.
Yeah, we were looking at some of his old matchups, too. He has actually never fought Gatsu.
Yeah, not once in series tournament.
Yeah, isn't it weird? It's like we go through so many iterations. We have so many tournaments every single year. Every month there's at least, one big one pretty much.
Yep.
And these two players that are in the top 50 never hit each other.
Yeah.
Gatsu, it feels like he always gets just a little bit too short, just a little bit before he hits those heavy hitters. And, I've seen him take Leffen really, really close.
Yep.
So it's going to be cool to see if he can go any farther. But SFAT has a really, kind of back and forth record against Johnny. He has 1 and 2 versus Wizrobe.
Yeah, he's definitely looked strong, at least recently against S2J. But again, it's something completely different when you have someone in the style of Gatsu versus the style of S2J, the man that is now on stage. It's going to be a lot more of the Wizzy-based ground play, get your down throw, etc. But we can continue talking about that when those guys are on stage. So these guys, teammates, have not played in 2018.
Team KFC.
And the last 2 sets they played, Big House 7 and Shine, S2J 3-0'd this man twice. But before that, it was rough.
It's been kind of an off year from Shroomed. We saw these ridiculous highs at Smash and Splash last year, where it was like Shroomed took Hungrybox. Shroomed was almost filling that Swedish role a year early, pretty much. And then, at least from my perspective, he kind of dipped off the radar a little bit. It wasn't as consistent as we were used to. But But he's back. He's here in
back.
top 8.
And
he's literally backstage walking past us.
He's okay. You got to collect something. I don't know. But, yeah, so he had it. Speaking of runs, man, he had 5 consecutive Game 5 sets. He lost the lucky Game 5. He then beat a number of heavy hitters, including Pew Pew and KJH, and then he 3-0'd Nunn. The man is
he's a survivor.
Yeah, he is a survivor. You know, he's not going to give up. He's not going to stop. He's going to keep on surviving.
Yeah, S2J, the hero, I think, of last year's Shine. Man, it was like he quietly alone in a room with just maybe 20 other people. He put on that performance versus Ice that we all know and love, raising the chair. And then he came in the next day and he kept it going.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of people in this crowd who are big S2J fans and are looking for a little bit of that touch of joy again.
Yeah. And so we are going to throw it over to our MC for the entirety of our top 8. Brosalina, give the crowd what they want.
Y'all ready for some melee? I don't think I quite heard you. Y'all ready for some melee? Yeah! All right. We're gonna get started with losers. We are gonna have S2J Tempo Storm's own versus Immortal Shroomed. Who y'all got? Y'all like S2J? Y'all think Shroomed's gonna make it past? Let's get right into the action, guys. How about some more cheers for some melee?
All right, so that is, you know, if the crowd is, again, any indication, as you mentioned, Jack, he does have a lot of fans here. 3rd place at the last Shine, where he got his first God win over Mewtwo King. Yeah. And, again, beat Shroomed in there as well. He had Plup Samus. So he has, it's almost like he could have a very similar run here this year.
Yeah, this year is the most open I've seen a tournament of this size maybe ever. Hungrybox is kind of uniquely weak compared to his early quarters of the year. Now with coming out of EVO and Super Smash Con, where he's kind of losing a little bit more than we saw earlier. And it's like Mango is kind of inconsistent this year as well, almost falling to Atomisk.
Yeah, that was Melee would have been in a very dark place if Mango had lost to Atomisk.
This is one of the only tournaments where I look at all the players left in it, and then, I'm like, they could make it pretty far, if not to the top.
Yeah. So here we go, Game 1 of our top 8, Shine 2018, S2J and Shroomed. And already, Shroomed doing a great job of keeping S2J pinned in the corner. And that's going to be something big here, is that if he can get, keeping S2J stuck basically without room to run around and having to recover pretty much consistently, he can pick those off pretty easily.
Yeah, that was a vicious start from Shroomed. He got a hold of him real early on and only 9% out of him, and that is so good.
Yeah, and that's, that it looks easy, but that forward tilt in reality is a sick DI mix-up because you know that Falcon, if he wanted to, could fade back to try and grab ledge, but he was holding in, trying to get on stage, and then just popped up perfectly for the fair.
This S2J just was a pretty strict response. He started off pretty decently well.
All right, still alive, and that's something that, oh, never mind.
Shroomed is actually one of the best players in the world of recovering. I think that comes from his origin story as a Dr. Mario main. He has amazing DI, so it's always very weird to see those rare instances where he just kind of dies.
Yeah, the survival DI is, as you mentioned, impeccable. And all right, so S2J going for a little bit of the down throw, chain grab, or reaction tech chase, excuse me. But here goes the vertical tech chase. I love that. Anytime S2J is on a platform and Shroomed is able to get a follow-up, he's just going to be there. Yeah. That was great DI by S2J. If he was even a fraction of a % off, maybe, he could have just missed that completely and been dead. All right, tried to read the tech roll in with the stomp. And
yeah, I like that S2J does that, and it's one of the best, I think, coverages from my perspective because he gets to control the stage as well. So even if the stomp doesn't work, it's like, all right, well, I have center stage, and let's see how you got out of the corner. Yeah. And in Shroomed's case, that's been real tough.
A little slow in that knee, but again, oh, and I love it. He was going to say he's going to set up for that try and force Sheik to up B on the stage because there's a lot of landing lag, but why bother with sort of a guess or maybe even a 50-50 when you can just straight up kill him?
Yeah, let's just do it now. Let's dance.
Yeah. Okay, and no jump, that's going to do it. All right, so back and forth early on. I like that both of these players, when they have found their offensive opportunities, have done generally a pretty good job at it. We haven't seen any sort of big 0-to-deaths, but we've seen a lot of the 4- and 5-piece combos.
Yeah.
And when you're playing against a player that both these guys are amazing defensively, you know, anytime you could piecemeal something like that, it's going to feel good.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. I feel like S2J just has this kind of wild edge.
Okay.
Ooh.
That was sick.
He has this wild edge that lets him find these opportunities that Shroomed is going to have to match as well. Because Shroomed has done that too. I've seen him in his time. It's like, what the hell, Shroomed?
Yeah. Oh, and yeah.
The double hit.
That's, again, the beauty of the multi-hit move at the ledge. Shroom able to just connect on the first one, even with the great tech by S2J.
This is straight up one of the most even games I've ever seen. It's like the guys, they're doing the mix-ups, they're playing back and forth. It's 50-50s, it's the 1/3s, and then they get each other pretty consistently. This is a competitive match.
Yeah, and to add to that, these guys were warming up for each other by playing each other.
Yes, like, we've been literally watching these guys play for like half an hour now, and it's just been high-quality melee for you folks at home.
Because there's no better way to prepare for Shroomed than by playing against Shroomed.
Isn't that so weird? Does anything else do that? Any
I don't think so. I think it's awesome.
There's like scrims, but not like melee.
Oh, I don't know if Shroomed has to jump. He doesn't, but able to come back. When he tried to catch Johnny, moving in out of the corner, and that's going to be a knee, but he's still alive.
It's that DI. Got the jump. Oh, holds on to the ledge.
Oh, but just off a second too early, and it's Shroom with the second lease on life, but gets to do it again.
Yeah, and at that point, it's pretty free for Falcon, and so Johnny cleans up game one. S2J on the board.
That was the epitome of a tug of war. That was just really good, fun melee, just beating the crap out of each other.
I can feel my heart fluttering, Andy. This is something. Okay.
All right. There. Oh, no timer. So. Okay. So it didn't really make that big of a difference. You know.
Is it another Shine?
IMO should be replayed.
Should be replayed.
Should be replayed. I don't know. IMO. No, I think you know, if they exactly. So it matters because they're going to Yoshi's, and that is important for the Randall timing. Yeah, because you know, if you don't know the Randall timer, so Randall comes out on the right side, underneath on the bottom layer, at fifth or every odd number in 4, and then he does even numbers.
Fighting off stage.
Wait, he might be dead. Oh, I feel like he's gonna maybe just grab ledge, but still going.
Speaking of the double, he shall up here.
And,
S2J. Yeah, he definitely pulled through a little bit faster at the end of last game and started to kind of take control of the neutral. I think Shroomed, though, had amazing punishes the whole time. So it's like, oh.
And you see Falcon's stomp goes through that platform, which is, you know, depending on when you rip that out, it can be a good sort of, you know, avenue to come down.
Yeah, you can really tell these guys are pulling up against each other because it's always just on to the next thing, on to the next thing. There's no kind of hesitation or stuttering. Oh.
He just takes the hits like a champ. Great crouch cancel.
Not the champ. Tripping the track down. Oh.
Just barely missed that wave land on. And oh, we saw it. So Shroom's reaction tech chases were looking really good in earlier sets, particularly against KJH. And so to have those on deck against S2J is going to be a big way to get percent. But oh, even with the slide off, good catch.
Yeah, it's like every time he gets the kill, I mean, he's still got the 80% on him. He's out of crouch cancel range for Falcon. And once S2J gets that grab, it's pretty consistent that he's getting him off stage now. So now it's about S2J being able to call out the recovery mix-ups. At that point, it's just, you know, you're too high percent. But S2J actually hasn't gotten that many low percent kills.
Yeah. There you go, and that's great F-tilt to cover the SDI. You saw him do it again. He did the double jab and F-tilt to cover the SDI, and then he did double jab and a down smash. But that time, S2J had buffered shield to counter. That was so smart by both players.
Deep?
Oh, way too deep. That's it.
He's like reminiscing about the first stock of the game. He's like, remember when we fought off stage? Yeah. Let's do that again.
Oh, speaking of going off stage.
Yeah, see, in that moment, it's like if he finds a way to thread that needle, there's not much you can do, but that's the kind of kill that I think Shroomed has the potential for in this set. And S2J's kind of explosive kills come from really long sequences. Yeah, high percent.
Oh, he just goes right back in there. The second that up smash ended, Shroomed just starts with a dash attack. And all right, still going.
Yeah. I mean, Shroomed has been going for the platform regrabs, like resets a lot. So for S2J, just kind of mix up the timing just a little bit and get that get-up attack is really helpful.
Yep. Oh, and no jump.
Yeah.
And Randall. Yep.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. But again, knowing
Should
the
he have gone to
timing.
Randall?
Yeah, I
mean,
mean
the timing.
If it's an option, again, so he comes out on the right side on the odd number in 4. He comes out on the left side an even number in 4. So, but anyway, Shroomed just using the big back air, comes out frame 5 for Sheik, and that is a quick way to wrap up that stock and that game.
Man, I'm betting when we see the charts of this game, it's going to be like dead, one of the closest kill percents in like survival that we've seen yet all weekend.
Yeah. Right. Oh, and there it is again.
He's getting so many double hits in the down smash.
That up air was so sick, but wait a second.
Is that on purpose? Did he get hugged on purpose?
He just grabbed him out of that?
It's a Christmas combo?
Yeah, he is putting together some gifts for the stream viewers at home. That was pretty nutty.
A little bit sloppy here, actually, at the beginning. Just kind of spacing out.
Here we go, gets the knockdown. All right, almost spaced that knee correctly, but still going for S2J.
Yeah. There's like 2 or 3 spots where if S2J had spaced a little bit better, it would have gotten a hard hit, and he'd be in a much better position. Still not bad, though. It's like, you can take having a couple little L's on your way to the bigger W.
Yeah. So the bread and butter finisher right there for S2J. Stomp into take a sip of your coffee, into read a couple pages of Why Nations Fail into knee.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Oh, wow. Gets that regrab. But yeah, I was going to say, such a dangerous position for S2J to be in. But he's still living. There he goes. Yeah, can't really SDI those jabs that well when you're at 180. And the windmill, you're just going to fight on top. Get some wind energy.
That's my favorite platform in the game. I love the windmill so much. If we start freezing, there's some radicals out there that are trying to freeze it. They're trying to cut it down. Save the windmill.
Yeah. I mean, where else are they going to power these water jets that are holding the platforms up, right?
It's renewable energy.
Yeah, come on. Oh, I love that up tilt to stuff. Again, Shroomed has been doing a fantastic job in a lot of S2J's aerial approaches by just putting out some of Sheik's big hitboxes. Still living just to get stuffs.
It's like they play so similarly, and I think it's because of obviously the amount of warmth they've had, but it's like they just kind of know what's coming next in the sequence, and they can keep things going for like 20 seconds once they get full control. But that makes it so that that first stock is so important, so you can get that slight lead. If you're playing dead even, then every single second counts.
Yeah, I love that bait right there on the edge guard too by S2J where he full hopped, didn't do anything, waited out the needles, and then grabbed the ledge and forced him to be on stage. And yeah, this, man, both games have been like after 2 stocks apiece, dead even.
This is really good MMR matchmaking.
Yeah, it's good to be feeling you're in the right ELO, right?
Yeah.
This is definitely also not ELO hell. This is ELO heaven. These guys are sick.
Okay.
Oh, and a double slide off DI by Shroomed right there. And even on the first one, S2J was ready for it with the punish. That's the first time we've seen terrible DI by
And these little moments, that's one of my favorite interactions in Melee is when you see the 2 shields just back to back, and who's going to blink first? And in this case, it's Shroomed. 87% though, not the best for S2J. Shroomed has a shot here, but S2J is still in control.
Here we go, reacting.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That'll work. Oh, and
wow.
Can he get to ledge? He doesn't have to.
This is still so good for S2J though. This is a nice stock.
All right, but we again down to last stock. Shroomed, a little bit of a deficit here, but again, if he can get a grab and start getting the down throws going, he can even it up just like that. And that's why you see him just staying a little lower. Doesn't want to give S2J any opportunity to pop him up in the air and get a big combo.
Yeah, they mix up the tempo of their assaults so often. Like against sometimes players you haven't warmed up for or aren't prepared for, you just try to go at full speed all the time. But both Shroomed and S2J will have these little stutters in their attacks that allow them to kind of wait for the mix-up, wait for the defensive option. It's really smart.
Oh, and Shroomed just putting a barrage of normals on the shield. Still living. So close, man. Yeah. Oh, and he's still okay. He went for the up air.
DI, but not great to land on stage there.
Yeah, especially because S2J had given him the ledge, and the ledge is still going to be there. Shroomed's still going.
Yeah, he learned.
Oh, and he missed the tech, and that's in.
Wow.
Holy moly.
It's because it's literally he takes that first stock, and then they go back and forth, and so he wins.
Yeah.
Like, Shroomed needs to find a way to, when he's in the depths, when he's down 2-0 now, how to bring it back.
Yeah. 2-1.
Oh, 2-1, excuse me.
Yeah, but still, it's been a game of inches, man. And right now, I mean, S2J's inches have added up to more, but Shroomed could very easily get it right back.
Yeah. Who's going to have the most inches? We don't know yet.
All right, so Dreamland, I guess Shroomed, okay, giving S2J a little bit more room to run around. He's already just these little small dashes back into stomps.
We saw it at the beginning of last game too, where they're just kind of feeling each other out, trying to get this perfect spacing in place.
Yeah,
looks like Shroomed's figured it out.
Yeah, I like the fade back drift on that fair too. He's been doing a lot of auto cancel fairs in on S2J shield, but he knew that at that percent he was going to be able to crouch. Oh, and he's dead.
What?
All right, homies.
Okay. I
True
was wondering.
homies. Yeah, no, that was homie stock for sure.
Okay. The back air in there kind of threw me off. I was like,
maybe he was trying to also give him an opportunity to tech, but either way, he was trying to save him.
I felt like he was trying to do a team save, and then it just didn't work out. But we'll take a homie stock.
Yeah, it never really dies, you know. Brothers, whether it's singles or doubles.
Brothers from another mother.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, gets the knockdown. And again, there it is, STI out into Raptor boost. And he's going to be able to reset.
It's fine. Oh my God, he had all the time in the world. I thought it was fine.
I'm not even kidding. He could very easily have come backstage, taken your book, read a couple chapters for the crowd, and then immediately gone back and gotten that knee.
What book would you read during a stop knee?
Oh, I don't know, man. I would want to read Inner Game of Tennis.
Let's go.
Oh, that
we give that game crap, but that book crap. But if you read that book, I actually think it does help you a little bit. And definitely, if you're like playing on this level, you need to have a little bit of inner game.
Yeah. Either inner game or ping pong the animation. You have to find your intrinsic motivation somewhere. Oh, and yeah, that's again an amazing DI by S2J to be able to get that tech, because if he misses it, he's just definitely a goner. Back throw.
That is so smooth. Yep.
Yeah, interesting decision by S2J to dip super low, to only give himself one option to recover right there. He only could have up-beat back, and Shroomed was great recognition to know and just held the ledge.
Yeah, it's tough. You definitely don't have to like test your opponent to see if they're going to cover the one option thing, because sometimes your opponent might be an autopilot and they'll just like throw out the back air instinctively. But I think that's not the level these guys are playing on, so you got to use all the tricks in the toolbook.
Yep. Shroomed he's looking for that one opener. He knows if he can get a grab or a jab, it'll lead into something. And there it is, the fair catching him unexpected because the DI was not great. All right, so Shroomed, again, now he's just, again, in the game of inches, he's just a little bit ahead.
Just a little bit. You don't need a lot of inches.
Nah, just a few.
These jabs. This has been a barrage of jabs, slowly pushing S2J to the right side of the stage.
He's caught him sitting in shielded. So he tried to read the DI in, but he's still going. Wow.
That was such a sick sequence from Shroomed.
Oh, and the crouch
like the
cancel.
reverse of last game.
Oh, and he just throws it away. And yeah, no homie sock when you're on your last one.
No.
That's something that S2J in this situation will take, as he is now, again.
Tell me don't homie game?
No homie game.
Never homie game, Fendi?
No.
Come on.
Sorry. Oh my God.
2, 3
the triple. And he's got him. Stop.
All the time in the world. He does the up air.
And that is amazing that Shroomed knew that up air was coming and DI'd perfectly for it, because if that had been a knee, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
And now S2J is so close to winning the set, and it's not going to be enough.
The DI, what does Shroomed have?
Oh, just barely on stage.
What a fucking kick from the corner, S2J. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to the last moment, he pulls out the Joker card.
Oh, and this is, and he did it again, but no punish! S2J, a living legend if he can win this game. Doesn't grab the ledge, and it didn't matter.
Shroomed's DI!
All right, here goes Zelda.
As everybody has, what's your Zelda look like?
Oh my God.
Is he gonna stay?
He's gonna stay.
I've seen him transform and lose games for it. He has to stick with it.
Oh my God. If he, this shit is so small! No way!
He's alive too, he changes back. Shroomed has him in the corner, but the needle misses.
Oh, and that Nair, not the greatest DI right there, and that could be a get up back there. That is it! S2J moves on, what a game 4! Raising the chairs in the crowd. I honestly cannot believe that end of the game. The Zelda that almost worked out, S2J not shook at all. And now he is going to be in loser's quarters. Oh, how can we possibly follow that up?
I think it's a lot of good melee to come, dude.
Yeah,
but I'm so glad he stayed Zelda, because at Gommel, he switched from Zelda back into Sheik versus Zane, and it just like instantly lost the game. So at least he put up that last bit of a fight.
Yeah.
Really well played. I think that SD might haunt him a little bit, but
yeah,
what are you going to do?
Ledge dash, but it's actually going to be impossible to follow that up. Like you heard the crowd, regardless of who's getting that hit, they were screaming, man. The energy is palpable.